What's going on, guys? It's your boy John, the Liquidator, coming back with breaking news. So it looked like ESPN, Elle, Duncan is setting the record straight about Caitlin Clark and letting it be known, bruh. She is going to get that Rookie of the Year. And new information is backing up her theory because Caitlin Clark is currently winning the race. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Not even gonna lie, man. For a second, it felt like everybody that worked at ESPN was not feeling Caitlin Clark. Well, I'm here to tell y'all, dog. Elle Duncan is setting the record straight because she's talking about forget what y'all seeing, bruh. This race ain't even close. And it's more information that's proven the race ain't even close that has been released by the Associated Press today. All of this information is coming out of the Caitlin Clark pipeline. But as for Elle Duncan, this is what she just had to say moments ago on her podcast, Roll the
Questions, working in this space, knowing what I know about basketball, and again, asking more questions, I would still maybe slightly give the edge to Caitlin, putting everything else aside, like not just because of the name and the sellouts and like what she's doing for viewership, just the basketball part, right? Because most W players would tell you it is harder for a guard to translate right away in the W than it is a post player, right? And so post players tend to have success a little bit quicker. And so just because she was already up against that aspect of it, I would still probably give that that nod to Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year. But I think it's going to be a great race. And what Angel is able to do for a Chicago team that, again, is just trying to sort of fight for playoff positioning, but to keep them in these games and to keep them in the storylines, like it's going to be great.
Yeah, minus 700, I think, as of the time of this recording, Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year. This was a Fever team 2 years ago. They won 2 games.
Yeah.
Last in the standings. They were last in the standings last year. I think they won 4 games. Now they're at 9, and they're a playoff team. She leads in points, assists, and efficiency. I don't think it should be as close as maybe people think it is going to be. And we still have half of season to play. But yeah, Caitlin Clark, I think, is, if you just look at the numbers.
Thank you. Somebody that know ball finally weighed in on this entire situation, bruh. It's harder for a point guard, any guard, to transition to the professional rank, getting their feet up under them, and getting their style of play to catch up with the professionals is extremely hard. For Caitlin Clark to be doing what she's doing is next level, and it's just great to see somebody understanding the aspect of it from that standpoint. Now, with the new information from the Associated Press, it's being reported that Caitlin Clark leads Angel Reese in the race of Rookie of the Year, according to panel of AP voters. Caitlin Clark leads Angel Reese in the race for WNBA Rookie of the Year honors at the midpoint of the season, according to a national panel of voters who also ranked the AP Power Poll each week. Clark and Reese have garnered national attention with record-setting rookie seasons, leading to them being the first rookie duo to make an All-Star team since 2014. So it's no surprise that there will be leading candidates for the Rookie of the Year award. The pair have helped the league in huge increases in ratings, attendance, and merchandise sales. With so much basketball still to be played, an argument can be made for either one to win that award. But at the halfway point, the 15-minute panel gives the edge to Caitlin Clark in a 9-5 vote. One person didn't even vote at all. That is shocking. One voter stated this: today I would say Caitlin Clark only because they have a one more win overall as a team and have a 2-1 lead head-to-head, said the voter. Chrissy Winter-Scott, a basketball analyst for the Mystics. Clearly, this could change as the WNBA season progresses. It has been a complete joy for me to witness how both players have evolved as professionals in such a short amount of time in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is leading the WNBA in points accounted for, points plus points off assists with 713, according to ESPN. The Indiana Fever's #1 pick also became the first rookie to have a triple-double during a win over the New York Liberty, reset the WNBA record for consecutive consecutive double-doubles with 13, passing the great Candace Parker mark of 12 set across 2009 and 2010 season. She's leading the league in rebounding with 11.9 per game. That was the Associated Press take on this year's Rookie of the Year battle so far. Moving on to another story, Caitlin Clark spoke to reporters immediately after today's practice, and this is what she had to say. Let's roll the footage right now.
You can be a little quicker. I think a lot of times you go back and watch what you didn't execute well. For example, for watching the prior 2 times we played them and try to implement that and change some things, and they're going to do the same thing. But I mean, every turnaround and every scout in this league is really fast, especially with the schedule that we play. So you have to do a lot of preparation on your own, a lot of film watching on your own. But I feel like this team does a really good job of, being able to prep and practice and then actually translating that into the game.
Are you a film watcher? Do you really get into that very deeply, or is it a lot more kind of what you see out here on the court practice-wise?
I mean, yeah, I watch film. I mean, I don't stay up all night and break down every single second of every game, but we go back and watch every single game. We break it down with our certain coaches. We watch them as a team. So there's a lot of film watching. I think when you're a professional athlete, that's what you have to do. But also you can't always do a bunch of stuff on the court. So that's what you have to do is watch film. That's the best way to learn and implement in the game.
How has the win against the Liberty given you guys confidence going into the last 4 games before the break?
Yeah, I think it's just a game you can really build off of, but at the same time, I don't think it's something you can get, too high from. Yeah, it's a great win, but, that's not the end-all be-all. You just have to keep continuing to build, and there's a lot of things we still could have done better in that game. I thought our defense was pretty good, though. Our offense, I thought we pushed the ball well. So just continuing to build. You can't come here and play a great game versus Liberty, then come out tomorrow and not be ready to play. So I think it's just continuing to build from it. We don't want to just beat them. We want to win every single game. So just continue to stack our confidence as we go forward.
How's the dynamic been different with Katie Lou in the starting lineup?
Yeah, I think, it's something that we were used to. Obviously, she started at the beginning of the year, so I don't think it was really it's anything that's much different. I think our team's done a really good job of adjusting, whether the coach changes the lineups or whether what subs are coming into the game. I think everybody's comfortable and kind of knows their role, and that's something we've kind of executed all year.
This team seems to be, we talked about finishing earlier in the season. The fourth quarters largely have been better the last few weeks. Is that just a matter of experience, kind of getting further into the season?
Yeah, I think there's definitely been some games where we've gotten down and gotten some deficits, but also been able to dig out of them. And but at the same time, we go to Vegas and we played a really great game, but then the fourth quarter wasn't very good to us. So I think it's just still that mental sharpness. At times we have it and we have gotten a lot better, but it's still at times there are instances where we're not as great. So I think we'll just continue to grow in that way. But we have done some really good things. I think we have gotten better at, when a team goes on a run, we've been able to respond a lot better than we had maybe at the beginning of the year.
Coach was talking an awful lot about how this team's chemistry has been building. How have you seen it in actuality on the court with the start of the season to now?
I think it's just something you feel kind of as a player. You can just know where your teammates are at a little bit better. I think especially me working with our post players a little bit more. Thanks, Lou. You just work with, you just work with them better. You know where they're at. I think AB, finding her spots and knowing where I can put her in a position to be successful. I think everybody running the court in transition a little bit better, knowing that we want to play fast, getting the ball out of the net fast. I think it's just something you feel. It's not something that's always really talked about.
What was the reaction on your phone, on your social media when you had that triple-double?
No text messages, nothing. Nobody reached out.
Important question in the back left, I think.
I see you recently did a TikTok with AB. Can we expect more of those in the future?
Remains to be seen. Can't give away all my secrets.
Anybody else?
Get down in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bills on because I'm coming back with another update. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out.